Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning to Sir Razman Hafifi bin Haji Rizwan. I'm from Group 8 and my name is Nur Syairah binti Ahmad. Will present Chapter 8, Warehousing and Distribution. Warehouse can be defined as support function for logistics and plays an important role in attaining the overall objective of an organization's supply chain system. Basically, an area of interface for production, market, customer as well as suppliers. This is the example of S&T Global Sdn Bhd. S&T Global Sdn Bhd has efficiently set up a customized warehouse facility and provide execution of supply chain services including warehousing, distribution for Robinson & Co. Limited. S&T was selected as the logistic sourcing partner for Robinson in 2012. S&T's scope of work includes warehouse and transportation management, logistical consulting, provision of manpower, vendor and information management. Under warehouse management, S&T handle goods receipt, storage, pick and pack services. It provides a state with well-defined custom goods rack system for systematic storage of different types of goods, which is clothes and footwear. Another factor to consider about warehouse management, which is utilizing the storage space to the maximum. Second, higher productivity of labor. Third, reduce order filling time. 4. Maximum utilization of assets. 5. Reduce material handling. And lastly, reduce operating costs. Warehouse function. First, receiving. Collection of activities involved in proper receipt of all materials coming into the warehouse, providing the assurance that the quantity as well as quality is as per ordered. Second, pre-packing. When products are received in bulk from a supplier and repacked into single consignment, storage can be explained as the physical holding of merchandise while it awaits demand. Order picking. Physical selections of the products from their locations after receiving the customer's order. Packaging or pricing. Basically, operational which may be done after the picking process. Sortation or accumulation. When a warehouse store multiple products, this activity is done. Packing and shipping. Tasks related to dispatching and order. And lastly, traffic management. Choose best mode of transportation. Warehouse benefits from economy aspect. Consolidation. Combine the flow of logistics from several small shipments to a specific market area. Second, bulk breaking. Various combined customer orders are received from a manufacturer and shipped to individual customers. Third, cross-ticking. Involve multiple manufacturers and widely used by retailer. Fourth, postponement. Warehouse facilities for light manufacturing activities like packaging and labeling can enable postponement of final production until the exact demand is known. And lastly, stockpiling. Stockpile in the warehouse act as a buffer inventory. Warehouse benefits in services aspect. Firstly, spot stocking. A selecting amount of a product line is placed in a warehouse to fulfill customer order during a key period of maximum seasonal sales. Second, assortment. Various product combinations are stocked in an assortment warehouse in anticipation of customers' order. Third, mixing. Similar to the bulk breaking process with an exception that various different manufacturer shipments are involved. And lastly, support in production. Production support warehouse provide a constant supply of components and material for assembly units. That's all from me. Thank you.
Nama saya Nur Syairah binti Zainal. Saya akan menjelaskan 3 jenis warehouse alternatif yang terdapat di Malaysia. Yang pertama ialah private warehouse. Private warehouse ialah swasta, iaitu syarikat yang akan menguruskan produk dan gudang tersebut. Tujuannya ialah untuk memiliki pajakan atau memiliki gudang tersebut dalam jangka masa yang pendek. Terdapat 4 kelebihan bagi gudang private ini. Yang pertama ialah kawalan. Dari segi kawalan, dia berkuasa penuh dalam semua aktiviti dan dia boleh menyatukan gudang tersebut dengan operasi gudang-gudang luar. Yang kedua ialah kelenturan. Kelenturan dia ia boleh diubah suai dari segi polisi dan peraturannya mengikut kesesuaian keadaan. Yang ketiga ialah kos. bukan untuk mendapatkan keuntungan semata-mata, tetapi dia bertujuan untuk menempatkan kos yang tetap dan kos berubah mengikut keadaan semasa. Yang terakhir sekali ialah pemasaran. Dari segi pemasaran, dia terikat pada persepsi customer terhadap kilang itu tersendiri yang lain. Yang seterusnya ialah gudang awam. Gudang awam atau public warehouse ini, ia dirancang untuk mengawal produk awam atau barang keperluan di mana ia memerlukan keterperincian dalam segi penyimpanan dan susunan pengendalian. Ianya biasa disimpan seperti barang-barang kimia, bahan-bahan bijirin, bahan-bahan simen, gula. Ada dua kelebihan dari segi gudang awam ini, iaitu kos. Dari segi kos, ia lebih murah daripada gudang swasta dan ia mempunyai kelenturan yang lebih baik dan kos tetap ia mengembang mengikut skala ekonomi.
Nama saya Nurul Ananti binti Azmi. Saya akan proceed dengan decision in planning the warehouse, which is warehouse site selection. Selain daripada faktor kos dan servis yang perlu dipertimbangkan, faktor lain juga penting dalam pemilihan tapak gudang. Faktor yang pertama adalah nature of product. Untuk mengekalkan keaslian produk, bilangan gudang dan lokasi gudang penting yang perlu diambil kira untuk mengekalkan keaslian produk yang mudah rosak seperti bahan segar, bahan kulit, supaya barang tersebut selamat sampai ke pengguna. Faktor yang kedua adalah infrastruktur. Kecekapan operasi pergundangan meningkat dengan adanya infrastruktur yang lengkap seperti utiliti, buruh, elektrik, jalan raya dan lain-lain. Ketiadaan infrastruktur yang sesuai dapat meningkatkan kos pengangkutan. Contohnya, untuk penyimpanan sejuk seperti barangan kulit di gudang Zalora Shah Alam, faktor yang mempengaruhinya dengan adanya elektrik. Faktor yang ketiga adalah akses, iaitu capaian. Kos pengangkutan akan meningkat apabila lokasi gudang terletak di tempat yang sukar dicapai ataupun capaian yang sedikit. Contohnya, gudang Zalora di Shah Alam terletak di kawasan industri logistik multinasional yang terkenal yang memudahkan capaian dan dekat kepada pelanggan. Faktor yang keempat adalah market, iaitu pasaran. Untuk menawarkan servis terbaik kepada pelanggan, lokasi gudang perlu ditempatkan di lokasi paling dekat kepada pusat penggunaan untuk penghantaran yang cepat dan masa yang singkat. Contohnya, gudang Zalora terletak di kawasan bandar yang memudahkan penghantaran kepada pelanggan. Faktor yang kelima adalah regulation and local taxes, iaitu undang-undang dan cukai tempatan. Cukai jualan serantau dan charge oktroy mempengaruhi pemilihan tapak gudang. Terdapat pilihan yang terhad untuk tapak pergundangan yang memiliki bahan berbahaya tertentu, bahan letupan dan sebagainya. Faktor yang terakhir adalah product mix consideration. Produk mix berkait rapat dengan reka bentuk dan operasi pergundangan kerana terdapat pertimbangan khusus yang perlu diambil kira seperti keperluan jualan produk, permintaan, pemukusan, berat dan lain-lain. Seterusnya saya akan teruskan dengan penentuan susun atur gudang. Susun atur gudang macam kita tahu sangatlah penting untuk sebab dia memerlukan keperluan yang khusus kerana akan mempengaruhi jenis operasi yang dijalankan di dalam gudang. Sebuah gudang perlu mengenal pasti laluan dan ruang untuk pergerakan pekerja dan alatan yang lebih cepat dan cekap. dan sentiasa memeriksa pelan gudang dengan teliti untuk menentukan sama ada susun atur yang dimuatkan di dalam gudang adalah dalam keadaan yang sistematik. Okey, yang terakhir adalah penentuan ruang dan reka bentuk gudang. Gudang mesti direka bentuk untuk membolehkan pergerakan bebas barang dan pekerja di dalam gudang. Yang kedua, untuk mengelakkan pembaziran masa dengan meletakkan barang mengikut urutan atau jenis. Yang ketiga adalah sistem yang baik penting untuk memudahkan dalam mengakses produk.
3.
Okey, yang seterusnya, ruang di dalam gudang perlu dirancang secara sistematik supaya tiada ruang kosong yang dibiarkan kerana itu akan melibatkan kos. Yang terakhir adalah reka bentuk susun atur barang harus menyediakan ruang yang mencukupi untuk pekerja dan jentera untuk dapatkan pemprosesan yang maksimum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Fatihah binti Rahman Ali, and I will cover up the subtopics on factors that we need to be considered during warehouse operation, and I will also explain about the warehouse management system, and then I will conclude about the topic warehouse and distribution. So the first one about the factors that we need to consider while initiating the warehouse operation. The first point is that we need to have a complete list of inventory. So a complete list of inventory need to be obtained so that the quantity of the individual stock in the warehouse can be decided. And the next point would be about the hiring and training of the personnel in the warehouse. So this is actually a very important issue, and every personnel of the warehouse need to know their roles and understand their roles, and then the management team or the firm need to divide them into groups and give them training with a specific training. The next point would be about working procedures. So the the management team need to develop the working procedures to the personnel of warehouse. So every personnel in the warehouse need to be aware and also really understood about their working procedures. The next point would be about the protection of warehouse. So this is about the protection against theft. This is about the protection against theft of merchandise in the warehouse. So in order for the safety to be increased or to be tightened, so that the products won't be missing in the warehouse, we need to use computerized inventory control system or information system to tighten or secure the safety of the products in the warehouse. The next one would be about the handling and storage in warehouse area. So there would be a lot of faulty of the products when it comes into the warehouse, because it can be from the careless of handling and storing the products in the warehouse. So the carelessness made by the personnel need to be reduced and also observed by the firm or the or the management team. So the next point will be about the computer inventory that need to be compared with the physical stock. When a company or a firm handle a lot of products or product in bulks, they need to use a very economical way to deliver the inventory, to deliver the invoice to the customer. So therefore, the stock in the computer inventory that have been keyed in need to be matched or tally with the physical stock in the warehouse. And the last point would be about the accident prevention. So in the warehouse operation area, we need to prevent as high as we can. We need to prevent accident as high as we can, because this is a very important consideration and a very important issue to the firm. And then now I will explain about the warehouse management system, or WMS. So warehouse management system is actually a software solution that control the movement of that control the movement and also the storage of materials within the warehouse, within the transportation management, order management, and also a complete accounting system. So WMS activities include these three, which is inbound logistics, inventory management, and also outbound logistics. Inbound logistics could be like addition of the new purchase order or palletization. Inventory management could also include about the transferring inventory or holding and adjusting inventory. And outbound logistics can be such as like create order shipment or shipping multiple order, or even the allocation of orders. So to conclude this whole topic about warehouse and distribution, first we must know that warehouse is actually being the interface to perform numbers of function in the supply chain. And we need also know that warehouse is actually viewed not only about the storage facility, but more a switching facility when contrast to a storage facility. And the contemporary warehouse that we have now offers much other value added services compared to the traditional warehouse, and it has become the order of the day. So that's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.